Well, this is John Black, Super Chemist. I think this is going to be the last video on this series about what's happening in my city. I think this is part 5. I don't know. But yeah, they have increased exponentially, like big time, the illegal aliens coming into the swing states. It's like now they're only coming in here. Like 90% of them are coming into the swing states. They don't care if they get, I mean, they do care. But they don't care if they get voting rights. The last census, the last 3 censuses actually, they stopped asking people, are you a citizen? And why did they do that? Because that's how you pick congressional seats in the House of Representatives. It depends on your population of your state. The more population, the more delegates you get in Congress in the House of Representatives. So if they can get each state having 20,000, whatevers, yeah, they get, and this goes for the Electoral College too, right? So they're going to. So even if they don't, whatever, they don't get the vote right now to help them. Like they've already had the blue states have magnets. And the magnets took all the illegal aliens, not all of them, but a big chunk of them, put them into the blue states. And now, because of this, the census, they're going to be able to get more congressmen in Congress. Like in California, they might get 2 more congressmen now. In New York might get 2 more. By the time you do that to 10 states, it's going to make a big difference. Okay? And then what they're going to do is, because I've looked at the immigration laws. This goes all the way back to Lyndon B. Johnson. Once he was the first one who did it. He's the one who changed things around so crazily, but it wasn't that crazy. It wasn't that crazy, actually. I think that was a 1964 bill, or whatever it was called, immigration law. The next one, though, then it started to be, oh my God, what are these people? And you see diversity and inclusion and all these flowery words that don't actually mean anything. Okay, it started under Reagan. And I might have missed. I might have missed 1 or 2 of them. You know what I mean? And only read it, whatever. But yeah, once Reagan and Bush got in there, every year or 2 they're changing the immigration law. Doing an immigrant. I'm not talking like a little law. I'm talking about an act where it's a long whatever, where they're taking out the old one and putting this one in. You know what I mean? They're redoing the whole law, like, basically. And the thing is now that all they have to do is, if they have Congress to vote it through, they can give amnesty to, and this might not happen for another 2 more years, right? So they got 20,000 in here already, right? They already had 10,000 in here. The good illegal aliens that were good, hardworking, law-abiding citizens that were here already. We already had 10 million, plus the 20 million pieces of crap that just came in. And I'm sure maybe 10-20% of them are good, but the other 80% are garbage. These are criminals, or they're insane, or they are just bad people that are just entitled type people, and that's why they came, because they know they're going to get everything free. That's my train of thought, what I was even saying, man. But, yeah. They could just snap of a finger, right? Because they've already done it. They changed the immigration law, each president, little by little, right? And now they have it, because they've already did it. They did it in the 1980s, whatever. They just gave full amnesty to every illegal alien that was in the country. Although there wasn't 30,000. Do you understand that there's 330 million people in America? 10% of that would be 33 million. We have 30 million illegal aliens in the country right now. That means 10% of the population is illegal aliens right now. And they're coming more, and every month there's a new record. Every year is a new record. You think of Kamala gets in, we're going to... 10%. None of them having any concept of trying to assimilate into the culture. These people that they're bringing in, they want us to change our culture to be their culture. See, the classic illegal alien wasn't like that. They didn't try to come in here and change everything of us and us do their morals, their traditions, their whatever. Same way with the legal illegal aliens. They might have their traditions and do whatever. They don't come out and try to force you to do it because they're cool. That's why we let them in, because they're cool. These people we didn't let in, they're just fucking coming in. It's illegal. I guess I'm going to babble till the end of this video, and then that's it. I'm done with these. I'm telling you what's happening in my town. But I have no freedom of speech now. I can't even call out these people. If I go up for the election thing, and I see a bunch of illegal aliens, none of them speaking English, I'm not even allowed to go over and say, hey, are you in a nice way, hey, are you guys American or you're non-citizens? I'm not even allowed to do that. I doubt they'll throw me in jail, or a normal person. A normal person does that. But the cops and whatever's at the election place, they're going to come out and they're going to threaten me or whoever does that, even if you're just being nice and you're just asking. And they're going to tell you how you're going to, and if it was me, I don't give a you're going to put me in jail or not. I'll be fucking saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I'll end up in jail. But, if it's a normal person, they're going to come out and threaten them and they're just going to go away. They're going to say, okay, I don't want to go to jail. I want to go to jail. I want them fucking to lock me up so I can get on fucking Fox and say, look how these fuckers locked me up for nothing. I'm not afraid to go to fucking jail. I'm just too fucking old and too crippled. I mean, it's just crazy. But I understand now. I think about Nazi Germany all the time because there's so much Nazi stuff. Like, Ukraine is Nazi. No country has been as Nazi as Ukraine, other than one country during the 40s, and that was Nazi Germany. No other country has been as... No one is... They're almost the same as... I mean, that's why when you look at Ukraine, whatever's, they're never paying around or whatever. You know why? Because there's so much graffiti. You can't pan around in Ukraine without seeing a bunch of graffiti, Nazi symbols, and the same with the military. You ever notice they never really pan around? Yeah, they pan around too much. And yeah, you got pins, you got tattoos, you got patches of Nazi fucking symbols all over the fucking place. 2 years ago, Zelensky goes on fucking national TV, global national TV. Says, hey, we stopped all elections. And they're literally locking up the Christians and the Jews. Everyone, if you don't close down your church, they'll come to your church, and the preachers and the Jew preachers and the whatever else preachers, other than the Muslims. Because this Nazi regime this time, the last one, the Third Reich, they loved Christians, hated Jews, and they hated communism. The Fourth Reich that's coming now, they hate Jews, of course, because they're Nazi, right? But they hate Christians and love the Muslims. They switched that around. And the communism, they switched it around. See, they used to hate communism. Now they love corporate communism. Don't you notice all the Nazi shit? The Jew hating? What was it, 2 years ago or whatever? There's a guy in fucking Ukraine, high up in the government. They found out they was going to give him he was going to Canada. Canada was giving him a big trophy for being a great guy and a swell guy, being in politics, and he's great. So they wanted to give him a big trophy. So he, on his way there, someone found out he used to actually be a Nazi in Nazi Germany during Nazi Germany in the 40s. He was actually high up in the fucking in the regime. You know what happened? Did we shun him? Did we lock him up? No, he still went to Canada. They gave him his big trophy, said, you're a great guy. And then that Nazi went back to Ukraine and back to his fucking high position in the Ukraine government. You don't think that... I can sit here for literally, they're using that joy thing. they're using the same tactics like from the, what do you think Hitler did when his most famous thing is that he blew up the Congress, or whatever they call it in Nazi Germany, and he blamed it on the, whoever he blamed it on. He blamed it on the other party or whatever. That scared everyone to give up their rights. Then he started a misinformation campaign, which he then instituted into a government agency called the Misinformation Agency. And what's happening now? That's all I don't hear in the last 6 months. Is the CNN, left politicians, all of them saying, hey man, we got to get rid of that First Amendment, man. That pesky thing. We got hate speech. I hate to tell people this, but freedom of speech only protects hate speech. Because if it's nice speech that everybody likes, you don't have to be protected from that. You don't need an amendment saying, hey, I have the freedom to say you're a great guy. You wouldn't make it because no one would complain about that. Literally the only speech that is protected under free speech is hate speech. What the fuck? Oh my God. And you think you're not allowed to speak up now? Just wait. Just wait, even though it's right in front of your fucking face that this is happening. And the whole country just, no, it's not happening. And yeah, it could take me 5 minutes to pull up some videos with mounds of evidence. But I'm not going to do that. It's fucking funny. Is what, you only had about 100 more years of this country surviving because we have fiat money. And the definition of fiat money means that you build up inflation and build it up until your economy collapses and your society collapses. That's literally that's the definition of fiat money. We have fiat money, so we know. I mean, I could literally show you the math formulas how you figure it out. You know what I mean? To know when your economy is going to collapse. We had at least another 100 more years to go. They're speeding it up because they know that we only have 100 years. We might as well just screw them on now. They want to take everything away from us. Once we're starving, and then we're willing to give up all our rights, they're going to come in just like they're doing it right now in Ukraine. The elites are going in. Oh, your whole country has been bombed away and doesn't even exist half of it now. All your people, they have women. The average age of a man fighting in Ukraine right now is like 45. Like they've killed off the entire population that's younger than 45. And they have women there now. And children fighting in the front lines. Because they murdered freaking all the young ones. Or they left the country. Half of them, left. So like, I'm a little country and we're fighting Russia. This is stupid. There's only a minute left. Done bitching. Going over those other channels. Pastafarian preacher. I just want to be left alone until I die because I can't stand the illogic retardation of all people on this planet. You all deserve what you get, okay? And what's funny, there's one thing I get out of this, but I don't have enough time to bitch about it, is that you're all getting whatever. My entire life I've had to deal with people like these woke-ass motherfucking communists. All my entire life. No matter how much logic I use, no matter how much data, facts, common sense, no one in my entire life has given me that back. Not one person in my entire life that, hey, 2 plus 2 is 4. Look, this is why. Because I have 4 here, and I have 4 here, and then we count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or you know what I mean? Or 2, or I got 2 here and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 2 plus 2 equals 4. And 90% of the population is like, it doesn't make any sense. Whatever.